Listen, will you be leaving?
Good evening, everyone. This is Dan from Dan's Kitchen. Tonight I'm going to make some pizza. I'm actually going to make Hawaiian pizza. So first we need like a cup of lukewarm water. Place it in this jug. And then move that out the way. And we need 2 teaspoons of some yeast. And put it into the jug filled with water. And now we need to whisk this. And we allow it to stand for 5 minutes or until frothy. Okay, and then we're going to add 2.5 cups of plain flour into the stand mixer that I've got here. Yeah, it's actually a gift for my mum from my sister. My nickname, Orange on her face. Orange on your face, I mean. Okay, and then I need 2 teaspoons of salt. One. 2. Okay. And then we make a well in the center. First, I'm just going to give that a mix. Okay, so that's how we make our well. So yeah, now we just need to wait for the yeast to finish activating in the jug. Okay, so the yeast is finished, and now we need to pour it into the well. Like that. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of olive oil into the yeast mixture here. Right. And next we are going to mix the dough. So on a very low setting with the stand mixer. We want it to, so it's combined, and then yeah, we can just, you know, smooth it out with our hands once it's once the icky part's finished. Remove some of these. That's mixed enough. Give it a knead. kneading it in the bowl here so it doesn't get too messy on the bench. But we're going to have to put it on the bench anyway to probably knead the dough a bit better. Just move that to the side. Oil that fill. Don't want that. See what I'm doing with my hands, just pressing down, not too hard but not too softly either. I'm doing a bit of both here, like relying on the mixer and my hands. So in that way I can assure that the dough is going to be nice and smooth. There we go. So that's nice and smooth. Okay. Now we are going to get a bowl. And then we are going to use some cooking spray so we can grease the inside of the bowl and then place the dough in. Excuse me. Just get a very light spray. Then we get some glad wrap and cover the bowl. So we need the moisture to stop it from drying, so we trap it in like that. Okay. And then we are going to place this in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes until, or at least until doubled in size. Alright. Next we are going to grate some mozzarella. Alright, so I'm using a block with this, so yeah. So you can have as little or as much as you like. If you're like me, so that much. And we're gonna cut that in half. Because the sumo slicer won't be able to handle all that mozzarella at once. Here it all comes. Oh yeah. Alright. I love a lot of cheese, but not too much, but a lot on my pizzas. Again with the next block. This thing saves you a lot of time. Because if you use a, like a normal hand grater, it will give you a workout. But that'd be a good exercise routine at the gym. And for my line of work, where I use a slicer, because I work in a service deli in a supermarket. Yeah. Such a light taste, mozzarella. Okay, just get out all the cheese and stuck in here. Save every strand. Right, and now we are going to make some pizza sauce. Okay, so for the sauce, we are going to put like 250 grams of the tomato puree, the passata. Okay, and then we got add mix a few spices here. I'm going to add about a teaspoon each of margarine, actually we'll use half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of each. And then we're going to have oregano. I like that bit of The Simpsons where Marge goes, "Oregano? What the hell?" And then we're going to put in some thyme. Add some thyme. That was just my friend messaging me. And we're going to add some garlic powder. Bit of pepper and a bit of salt. Okay, so we've got the ingredients all together and we're going to mix them. Keep stirring until all the ingredients are blended in with the sauce. And there you go. Now, I think now it's time to check the dough, see if right. The dough is ready. So I'm going to take that out of the bowl. And use a rolling pin. What I'm going to do is just flour the base a bit, like that. Actually, dough so it's not too thin but not too thick either. Pop that to the side, We're going to... Alright, don't mind the music in the background, that's just my dad listening to YouTube. He's a muso. Preheat the oven to 180. To get a pizza tray similar to this. So I'm going to spray that. Now maybe flip that over. Roll out under here. On this, the biggest pizza pan would have been on Man vs. Food, where there was like pizza, I don't know, it's like about the size of a let's say King Kong's frisbee, as he would, as Adam Richmond would would define that. Okay, so what we want to do is stretch it out as far as possible. Get it in there like that. Right. Next, we are going to spoon in the sauce. Spread it like that. If you put too much, then it'll be quite sour, and you'll be getting like a powerful burst of tomato paste or tomato sauce in your mouth. You don't want that. Nothing too overpowering. Okay, so we got that. Next, we are going to add the cheese. So yeah, you can sprinkle on as little or as much as you like. I'm gonna, in this instance, I'm gonna use just the right amount, but enough to cover the sauce. All right. Next, I'm going to use just like some shredded ham. I'm not going to put on too much. But again, depending on what you like to do, you can just put on as little or as much the ingredients as you like. Okay, next we are going to add some chopped pineapples, or pineapple pieces. Actually, you know what? I don't really like how thick they are, the pieces, so I'm just gonna cut these in half. Like that. There's actually a lot of controversy worldwide about the use of pineapple on pizzas. Yeah, apparently it's because it will make the base all soggy. And it was quite possibly a Hawaiian variation of pizza. What would they call it? A Hawaiian pizza? But yeah, there we go. Now time to put this in the oven. All right, so we're gonna leave the pizza that we just put in the oven for about 10 to 20 minutes, but keeping a very close eye on the pizza that it's, you know, not too light in color, but we want a golden brown for the crust, and that the cheese is melted properly. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm using the other half of the dough that we prepared earlier. Okay, and I'm gonna make a margarita pizza. Yeah, my sister told me a very interesting story about pizza's origins. That all it was really before, you know, we had all the trimmings, you know, like today with, you know, pepperoni, cheese, mushrooms, olives, capsicum, all your favourite toppings. Before all that, all it was just the pizza base and the tomato sauce. Yeah, so what you see in the stores sometimes, like in the bakery section or even the frozen section, you'll just see the normal pizza bases. So that's the original pizza, folks. So what have I got? Let's do something a little different. All right. So I've got a smaller dish. Got this on eBay. God bless eBay. All right, and we are going to. I know it's too big, but we are going to. Like I said, I'm going to do something different. Tuck in like the edges, like that. Don't know how this one's going to work out, but alright, this is only experimental, folks. But it looks almost like a deep dish pizza from Chicago, but this one's not going to be anywhere as good. Alright? And it's nowhere near as thick. So again, sauce. Not too little, but not too much. But in this case, I'm putting in a little bit more. rest of the cheese that I've grated up. And adding a bit more some of the store-bought stuff. So sue me. See how this will turn out. No, I won't make it a margarita pizza. I'm going to call this my spare of the moment pizza. So I'm going to pop that in the oven. And wait maybe 20, 30 odd minutes, depending on how brown and how cooked the cheese is. So it's trial and error, okay? And keeping a close eye on it, alright? Okay. Now let's have a look at the pizza. I'd say that's about... Yeah, so we don't want it burnt or anything like that. You know, just nice golden brown around the edges. Pizza a bit, not pizza, the cheese bit, you know, a bit melted, a bit brown. That's what I like. Okay, and as for the spare of the moment pizza, voila! Now we'll see if it tastes as good as it looks. First, we will let it cool down while we cut this one up. Alright, now we're going to cut the pizza. So it's cooled down a bit. Just using the good old pizza cutter. Make a mess of this pizza. Someone sent me a message, but I'll get back to them in a second. Just be careful with pizza cutters so you don't cut yourselves. But if the crust breaks, if you put just the right pressure on it, you should be fine. Serve it on a plate. There we go. Order up. Hawaiian pizza. Now let's see how the experiment went. This pizza looks, almost looks like a stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. So just break that off. Yeah, not too bad at all. But when I really make the Chicago style pizza, we'll be really surprised. There you have it, folks. Nice, well, sort of Chicago style pizza, and Hawaiian pizza.